Hello and welcome to the third episode of on the crash course of on AutoCAD. Okay, today we are going to discuss the topic that is AutoCAD drawing for beginners. How we can make a drawing by making use of the basic AutoCAD commands. Okay, so that is today's topic of discussion. In the last 2 days, we have seen what AutoCAD is all about. Then we had an introduction to AutoCAD commands yesterday. I've shown you how to make a simple drawing using AutoCAD commands. Okay, if or for those who are present yesterday, you must have got an overall idea. And today, as I said, the topic of discussion is AutoCAD drawing for beginners. Okay. And then we will move on to the convert a floor plan to 3D drawing tomorrow. And on Friday, we'll see the various job possibilities in AutoCAD. Okay. Now, before moving on to the topic, I would like to introduce myself again. This is for those who were not present in the last 2 days. Just a quick intro. My name is Mohammad Sabeer. I'm a mechanical engineer by qualification. I've been working as a CAD trainer and consultant for almost 30 years, executed several 3D visualization projects for civil engineers and architects. And presently, I'm working as a training partner in AutoCAD with Internshala for the last almost 10 years and trained more than 30,000 students online. I've got a YouTube channel with the name Sabeer CAD, with which I give training in CAD. I mean, all tutorials related with CAD with more than 1.78 lakh subscribers. Okay, with that, we will move on to the topic, today's topic, which is AutoCAD drawing for beginners. I will demonstrate this by creating a drawing. Okay, see, I have a small drawing over here. This is nothing but if you're already familiar with building plans, in the first look at a glance, you can just make out the fact that it is a plan. It's a single bedroom house plan. Okay, it's a plan of a single bedroom house. So such plans you must have already seen if you have a civil engineering background or architectural background. Definitely, you must have created different types of plans. But for those who are not familiar with plans, at least you must have seen a plan at least once, right? So it will definitely make some sense. So plan, when you look at it, I'll show you one more plan. This is another plan, but a little more elaborate. This is a plan of a 4-bedroom house, a little more elaborate with few more entities in it, few more objects in it. And I have also incorporated the furnitures in this plan, like the sofa, the dining table, the kitchen slab, the bed, the bathroom, the closet, the wash basin, and things like that. These are all just representations shown. Whereas to make things simple, for this particular plan, I have shown only the wall layout. Okay, I'll also give you an idea about how to create a small furniture and keep that furniture inside this house. Okay, now when you look at this figure, you can see that it's all made up of rectangles, right? So we have a big rectangle with the dimensions of 556 by 865. That's the dimension. So you have to create that rectangle first. To make a rectangle, the command is rectangle. As I've told you yesterday, it's easy to memorize. So I'll start with rectangle. I'll create it on this side. Then I have clicked on the rectangle icon over here, and I have invoked the rectangle command. Then I'll start from this particular point, the start point of the rectangle. I have picked. Picking means clicking the left button of the mouse. That is called picking. That is the easiest method to define a point in AutoCAD. Now I'll go to the dimension option, using which you can specify the length and the width. So the length is 865 as it is shown here. I'll type 865 using the keyboard. Then the width is 556 and give enter. Then it'll ask you to pick the opposite corner point, because if I pick the opposite corner here, I'll get a rectangle oriented this way. But if I pick it here, it'll be oriented this way. So depending upon where you pick it, it'll have a corresponding position or orientation. I'll pick it over here. Now this rectangle is constructed. Now I'm going to give a wall thickness. Okay, this is the thickness of the wall. These are all wall lines, right? The wall thickness is, the commonly used wall thickness is 20 centimeter. Here the dimensions are given in centimeters. Okay, that is because before you create any drawings, you have to give the units command. I have already given the units command in this drawing. Then I have to specify the type of system of units. It can be architectural, decimal, engineering, and all that. Whenever you want to use centimeters, meters, that is metric, you should stick to decimal. Then the precision, of course, you can go up to 8 decimal places, but I need only 2, okay, at the moment. Then the insertion scale, I'll make it into centimeters, because any drawing, the drawings which I create is going to be in centimeters, and any drawing which is inserted in this drawing will also be in centimeters. Once you choose centimeters, you can use any of the standard units. All the units are given here, like inches, feet, and etc. So I'll go to centimeters and give OK. Now, units is the first command to start with. After giving units command, you can create all this. You can draw this. Since in this particular drawing, I have already set the units, I don't have to set it again. But this is a procedure to set it. Now I'll go to offset command. Okay, offset command to create the wall thickness, right? This is a symbol, or else you can just type the first letter O for offset. Then it will ask you for the offset distance, which is 20 centimeter. Select object to offset, then it will ask you to pick a point on the desired side. So I have offsetted it. Next, I can construct this partition wall line, right? This is a living room, and it has got a width of 400 centimeters. So I'll start with a line command. I'll start a point from here, keep the cursor in the rightward direction. Okay, then I'll simply type 400 and give enter. That particular point is located. Okay, this is done using a process called tracking. Okay, you will get an idea about all this when you do the course in AutoCAD. Okay, then shift right click. I'll pick a point which is perpendicular to this. So a point starting from here to a perpendicular. Now I'll again offset distance is 20. That wall thickness I have created. Then this particular bedroom has got a length of 405 and width of 316. So I'll start drawing a line from here at a distance of 316. Okay, that point is located. Then again, draw a perpendicular to this line. Then I'll give offset, give an offset distance of 20 units, which is the wall thickness. So that line is also offsetted. Then I have to create, make this kitchen. The width of the kitchen is 260. That is a width, and this width means length. You can say length is 260, and this width is 180. So I'll draw a line from here, from this point, okay, at a distance of 260 units in the rightward direction. That point is located. Then I'll draw perpendicular to this point. Okay, then I'll give offset, just offsetted this line to create a wall thickness there. Okay, so all the wall lines are created, but you can see certain openings here and there. These openings are nothing but the door openings. Okay, for the front door, the symbol which is used is D, and these two D1 and D2 are for the partition walls. Okay, 2 doors. So what I'll do is I'll create the front door first. I'll draw a line from here to here. Okay, then I'll give an offset of 100 units, because 100 centimeters or 1 meter is the width of the front door. Okay, then for the partition walls, I'll start from here to this perpendicular. There is a small segmental line I've drawn. Then this D1, the size of D1 is what is D1? D1 is the door of the bedroom. The size of that door is generally 3 feet or 90 centimeter. So I'll give offset command, and I'll give 90 centimeter. Select object to offset, site offset. Then again, another line segment from here to here. And that is for the kitchen. It is D2. The dimension of D2 can be either 75 units or 60 units. I'll take 75 from here to here. It is drawn. Then another opening over here. There is an entry from the kitchen. You can enter outside, right? So there's an exit from the kitchen. So what I'll do is I'll create a line from here to here, another segmental line. Then I'll offset it. This width is, I'll give 60. select object offset, site offset. Okay. Now I have to perform trimming to get rid of, to remove all these lines. Now we have openings. Okay, you can erase the segmental line. You can also perform trimming to clear this corner. Even this corner should also be cleared using the trim command. We have seen trim command yesterday, how it the way the trim command works and all that. Okay, so we have created the walls and the openings for the door. Next, we have to create these windows. Okay, so this is actually a 3-panel window. This is again all 3-panel windows, and even for the bedroom, I've used 2 3-panel windows. But when you enter the symbols, I'll show you how. First of all, let me create this window. Okay, the length of the 3-panel window will be, a 3-panel will have 3 panels or shutters. Each shutter will have a width of 50 centimeter. So 3-panel means it is 150. So I'll make a rectangle from this point. Before that, I'll change the color. I would like to give this color, right? If you want to give a particular color for an object in AutoCAD, just give color command. You will get this color palette dialog box, which will show you 256 direct colors. Okay, this is a palette, just like the palette of shades, various shades. When you if you want to paint your house, you buy palettes, right? Shade cards, similar kind of shade cards here. I'll choose this particular color. Okay. Or this one you can pick. Each color has got a particular color number, which is shown here as, for this particular color, the color number is 21. Or you can just click on the true color tab. There you will get another palette with 16.7 million shades. Okay. You can click any point. You can pick any point on this to get that particular shade. Okay. Altogether, there is a possibility of creating 16.7 million shades. Actually, that's not required for us. As of presently, that's not required. I'll pick this point here to get this color. Okay, so that color is set. Once you set a color using the color command, any object that you create will have that color. For example, I'll make a rectangle. See, the preview is shown with that color. I'll go to dimension option. Okay, length is 150 and width is 20, which is the wall thickness. Okay, then I'll draw another. I think it got done. I'll repeat once more. I'll make a rectangle from here. Dimension option 150, 20. Okay, that rectangle is created. Now I'll draw a polyline, a line from this mid to this mid. Okay, then I have to give a small width, because this center line has got a width, right? For that, there's a procedure to give a width. I give width. Now I'll give divide command to divide this into 3 equal parts. Okay, then I'll draw a polyline or a line from here to here to show the partitions or divisions. Okay, now I need the same line to be to appear here. So that is created. Okay, now I'll erase all this, those points I have erased. So this is a representation of a 3-panel window. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, this particular window is to be reused at several different places. Okay, in AutoCAD, whenever you want to reuse a particular component or any object, you can block it. So give block command. It'll ask you for a block name. I'll call it as W3. W3 to 3-panel window. Then pick point means you have to specify a reference point on this. I'll show you the relevance of it. Then select objects. I'll select all these objects and give OK. Okay, this block is already there. Fine, I have created this block. Now I can, once you make a block, you can insert it at wherever you want. So for that, I'll give insert command. Just type the letter I. You can see the block here. Just drag and drop it to any convenient location. I will insert it right. I have inserted it here, and then I'll move from here to this mid of this wall. Just moved it. Okay. Now I want the same block to be repeated. This is a mirroring. See, I have mirrored this block about a 45-degree axis. This block is actually mirrored about a 45-degree axis to get this. Then I'll again mirror this one about the horizontal axis. That's mirrored. Okay. Mirror command I've shown you already yesterday in one that when we have created a figure, I've shown you the application of mirror command. Then again, I'll mirror this at 45-degree axis, about 45-degree axis to get this result. Okay. Now you can copy the same windows here. It's very powerful, right? The copy command and the mirror commands. Manually, if you want to draw this, you have to again repeat, drawing all this over and over again, right? Here, that's not required. So that is created. Then we need a 2-panel window at the kitchen area. Then this is actually a ventilator. Okay. So you can actually create a 3-panel window from a 2-panel window. So what I'll do is you can create a 2-panel window from a 3-panel window. This is a 3-panel window. Right now, I'm going to stretch this. Sorry, I'll stretch this. There is a command called stretch, using which you can stretch this window. And you can make 3-panel into a 2-panel. Even a single panel can be created from this. So I've copied this, then stretch this again. This is made into a single panel. Now you can move this to the desired location. From here to here, I'll insert it here. Okay, then I'll insert this. This is actually a ventilator, which is to be inserted in the bathroom. Okay, that is inserted. So we have created one 3-panel window, then we have reused it to create 2-panel as well as a single panel one. Then we have inserted it at all desired locations. And next we have to give the text, write the text, right? Like this living, dining, and all that, bedroom. How will you write the text? For that, you can use the text command in AutoCAD. Then you pick a point over here to specify a height of the text. Then you can write the text as living, for example, living/dining. Okay, then you can write the dimensions of this. I'll just copy the same text down below. Then I'll write the dimension, just double click. Okay, the same text is copied down. Then I'll double click and edit it. Say 400 by 500, right? And I'll change the color of this to white. Now I want the same this is slightly big, so you can scale it down to a smaller size. I've just scaled it. Okay. These are all I'm doing, everything I'm using the keyboard. Okay. For every command inputs, I'm using the keyboard because I'm so much used to keyboard. See, these are all the same text repeated over and over again, but this is not the living room. This is bedroom, right? So you can double click and edit it. Change the living room to bedroom. Okay. Then you can change the dimensions as well. 405 by 360. 405 by 360. Likewise, you can edit each text. Okay. This is kitchen. 260 by 180 is the dimension. So you can double click and edit the kitchen to 260 by 480, 180, 260 by 180. And this is toilet, 125 by 180. Okay. So we have written all text. Then we have to create a step to step in, right? That step. step you can create right here for the dimension. Actually, width of the step is 160 by 60. These dimensions you should memorize always. Okay. Now I'll move this with this mid as the base point, and I'll keep it over here. That's a step. So in how many minutes I've done this? I took almost 15 minutes to make this plan. 15 minutes to make such a plan. Okay, so what is evident from this? To do any task in AutoCAD, okay, especially to create, let it be any task. It can be, say, 2D drafting or 3D modeling, rendering, any task. You should memorize a sequence of commands that are to be used, that are to be executed. Okay, so the knowledge of command is essential. Then you should, there's a coordination actually. It's like driving, okay. Once you learn driving, you find it a bit difficult to coordinate various activities you do. You have to focus on the road, you have to focus on the steering, you have to focus on the gears, you have to focus on the clutch, brake, everything, right? Initially, but later on, you will reach on to a position in which you will be doing everything spontaneously. You won't even think what you're doing, right? Same is the case with AutoCAD. That's a typical example, comparison. Initially, you have to look into monitor. You should have an eye on the keyboard, on the mouse, on the ribbon, on the command prompt area. Everything you have to manage. Okay. Then later on, you will reach on to say that you must have got an idea about the way I executed these commands. I didn't think. Okay. I didn't search for any commands. Instead, everything was coming as a spontaneous flow. You will also definitely reach on to this position. Then you will enjoy doing it. Okay, you will enjoy doing it. But for this, what is actually essential? First, the knowledge of the software, the knowledge of the commands, and the options of each and every command. Then definitely you need practice. That's the only solution. That's the only alternative. You practice. Practice will make you perfect. Okay, do maximum work, maximum drawings you create. Make it a habit of creating at least one drawing a day. Okay, definitely you will reach onto this position. Okay, so I hope that is an idea about creating a basic drawing in AutoCAD. Then I hope when I've started with, I have told you that I'll make some furniture over here. I will make a small thing, a bed here. I will create a bed. I'll start with a rectangle. I'll change the color first. Okay. Then I'll create a rectangle, 180 by 180. That is the size of a bed, 6 feet by 6 feet, right? Then I'll also create a bed box, 45 by 45 is the size of the bed box. You must have seen those boxes on the bedside, right? Bedside box, we call it as. I'll keep it over here. Then I'll mirror. Then I'll make a pillow. It's a symbol of a pillow here. Then I'll mirror these two onto the other side. Okay, then I'll also show the position of the bed sheet, just an indication. Okay, now I have to place it on this bedroom, right? I'll just rotate the whole thing about 90 degrees because I want to place it over here. Sorry. I'll mirror it, this thing. Okay. Then I'll bring it to this point. So we have placed a bed. Okay. I want to keep a small plant over here. Okay, just an indication of a plant. For that, you can give the sketch command. In AutoCAD, there's a sketch command using which you can perform freehand sketching. Okay, if you're good at freehand sketching, you can do this. Just a plant, a small plant. It's a representation of a plant. Okay, enter. I'll change the color of this to green. Okay, then I'll scale it down. Okay, then I'll move it and place it over here. Okay, this can be placed on this living room as well. Sorry, yeah, this is our plan, right? This was the one which was shown before. You can place it wherever you feel like. Okay, once you create an object, it can be copied and it can be reused any number of times. So that's all about an overall idea about how simple drawing can be created using AutoCAD by combining the drawing editing commands in a simple manner. Okay, we'll move on to questions. Feel free to ask me any query that you have. Command box देखा नहीं अभी pick left side say right. Command box was there. Command box था उधर. Okay, it was in the bottom of the screen. Any other query? Yes, come on. Ask me queries. It can be any query. Okay. Don't think there is no formality. It can be a basic one, a simple one. I have always a problem with elevator making. Elevator making, that means you have to first manually you have to make it, draw it first. Okay, then you come to AutoCAD and draft it. That's it. Sir, which app is the best for drawing? For drawing, you see, AutoCAD is the best app. AutoCAD is the best. It's an industry standard software. We have a number of software in the market, different CAD software, but AutoCAD is the most popular one. Okay, any other query? Sir, how remember commands? See, as I told you, it's easy to memorize commands because commands are named after the activities you do, right? It's very circle, arc, trim, break, easy to memorize. Then make it a habit of doing problems with these commands, so you can always brush up and memorize. Okay, you won't forget. How to start basic boundaries? How to start basic boundaries? Basic boundary means I didn't get you, Ridhima. What do you mean by basic boundaries? Basic. Any other query? How to create super hats? Super hats like starting lines. See, super hats can be created using a super hats command in AutoCAD. Okay, you can try that. Super hatch command is there in AutoCAD. You can try that. Using super hatch, you can fill with a pattern, okay, or an image. That is the idea. Okay. Otherwise, you'll be confining to those hatch patterns in the hatching library of the software. Like starting lines around the house, or starting lines around the house. For that, you can use offset command. That is setbacks. Okay. When you make a house, that's a procedure, right? You'll be given a site plan first. From the site plan, you have to give offsets because depending upon the rule of that in your state, you have to give offsets. Frontage, there should be minimum of 3 meter. In my state, it is 3 meter gap should be there in the front. On the left side, there should be 1.5 meters. On the right side, it should be 90. So likewise, so you have to give the offset command. Okay, you need from the plot diagram, the diagram of the plot you have to first create in AutoCAD. Then from there you have to give offsets. Okay, that's the idea. Last one question. Yes. In my channel, there is a procedure that this video on making offsets, how to create these offsets. If you are not familiar with AutoCAD, you first do the course. in AutoCAD, then you do all this. Okay, house is ready, sir, but not like yours. Practice. That's it. If you practice, you can definitely make beautiful houses. I have created, around 250 house designs I've made in the last 25 years. In spite of the fact that I'm a mechanical engineer, that you should memorize. Okay, that's all. That's all. We will see tomorrow with a new topic, that is converting a plan to a 3D house. That will be an interesting topic. Expecting everyone to be present in that course, in that session. Okay, thank you so much for your presence and time.
इसकी भी लग गई, कमाल है यार।
भाई तेरी ग्रेजुएशन कंप्लीट होने वाली है और तू यहाँ बैठ के मटर छील रहा है। कोई ट्रेनिंग व्रेनिंग कर ले ताकि तेरी नौकरी लग जाए।
करने को तो कुछ भी कर लूं, पर उसके बाद नौकरी कौन देगा? शुरू कहाँ से करूं यार?
इंटर्नशाला ट्रेनिंग से डिजिटल मार्केटिंग, वेब डेवलपमेंट, डेटा साइंस, एनालिटिक्स और पाइथन जैसे बहुत सारे ट्रेनिंग्स हैं जिनसे हो सकती है जॉब पक्की। ट्रेनिंग सेलेक्ट कर और अपना करियर शुरू कर, और वो भी 100% प्लेसमेंट असिस्टेंस के साथ। इंटर्नशाला ट्रेनिंग्स, शुरुआत यहीं से।